Hello and welcome to the sixth video under object-oriented programming. So in this video, we'll be seeing the basic syntax of how we are going to create a class and an object inside the class with all the specifiers that we had learned earlier, right? So here you can see the syntax. Basically, that is for creating a class. So basically, all you have to do is you have to write class that is specifying what you are creating, and then whatever name you want to give to the class. I have written my class, but you can write anything x, y, z, etc. So this will create the class, right? Now we have to specify inside the class. We have to specify the access specifier, right? So here, since we want, let's say we want everyone to view it, we'll write public and then a colon. This is the syntax for the access specifier. Similarly, if we wanted to make it private or protected, we could simply write private with the colon and protected with the colon. Now basically we are done about attributes, right? So inside a class you have to have attributes. So a class can be without an attribute as well, but we usually put attributes in it just after defining the access specifier. So this public is basically for the attributes over here, right? So the attribute whatever you define over here, I'm sorry, so the whatever the attribute you declare over here, this will be public attribute. Now what we could have also done is we could put one into public, and then after that over here I could have added another access specifier saying protected, and then so what will the code when we run is for asking for the value would be, it would show this value but it wouldn't show this value, right? So now these two are public and these are the attributes. Attribute is simply like how you used to declare your variables, right? Int num, int x, int y. Just like that, we put int room number, right? And string as in for department. Now how do you create the objects? So first, same case, you create the class and then you create the access specifier. Now the class starts from here with the curly braces and ends over here, right? That's what we meant by when we say we define it inside the class. So the attributes are defined inside the class. This is the same class that we had created earlier. Now we start our main body. So like we used to write in C also, we write our int main. We start our block of code. Okay, so now we create an object. So for creating an object, what you have to do is you have to call your class. So whatever your class was, you have I had taken my class, so you call your class and then you make an object out of it, right? Inside it basically. So my class, my object, you can give any, there's no specific name for the object, and then we like every program we put a semicolon, right? So this is how we create the object. Now we put the attributes and set the value, right? So basically, after creating objects, inside object we put the attributes of the object, right? So now we had created the attributes, right? Room number and department. Now we call the object that we had created over here, that is my obj dot and whatever the attribute that you want to call. So this is the syntax for calling an attribute from the object. So now what we had specified over there in the class, then we bring it to the object with a dot and then we call the specifier, the specific object, right? So now we assign the values. You can assign the values to it. Okay, so this is 602 and DSPS is a random department name. So now the thing is that when I run this code, it will give me these two values, right? So basically syntax for printing the value would be C out, then we have two less than symbols, and then whatever we want to print out, that is the my object room number. This is what we are printing out here, and then we have this. I think you should remember, like in very back in the C video, we had learned what this is used for. This slash n is used for a new line, right? Is used for a new line, and then we print out C out my object for department also, and then return 0 because we want a return value, right? We want a return output. So now you can see that because public is there, it will give you the output, it will give you both the values. Now let's say this would be public, but over here I make it private. right? I would have written private and then add my semicolons. Then what would have happened is it would have printed this value, that is the room number value, because since it comes under public, but over here it would show you an error. It would simply write it that it's private and then it wouldn't show you the value. So that is it basically for this video. This was the basics of how to create a class and object so that we can later use it in complex codes. Thank you.